Good afternoon, friends. Here we are, Thursday afternoon, 2:45 p.m. with our HungerMitao segment. We are your hosts, Raj and Aradhna Asava, coming to you from our home through the airways of Fun Asia, an important partner of ours in this fight against hunger. Friends, through this radio show, we raise awareness about the rampant hunger issue right here in North Texas and share ways in which each one of us, in the spirit of Give Where You Live, can make a difference.
Please do take a minute to visit ntfb.org/IAC to learn how the Indian American Council, a purely volunteer group, helps North Texas Food Bank in its fight against hunger here in North Texas. Again, the website is ntfb.org/IAC. Raj, I believe we have a special recorded message for our listeners today.
Yes, it is from Trisha Cunningham, CEO of North Texas Food Bank. Here's the message.
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. You know, this COVID crisis is really nothing that we've ever seen before. And to know that you are there and your outpouring of support to us has helped enable us to be able to serve our hungry neighbors in our community. We are seeing needs rise, and they've been skyrocketing over the past couple of weeks as we see more people unemployed, we see children out of school, and we know the needs are even going to get greater. But it's really humbling to me to know that you're there. And that's the great thing about North Texas, is whenever we have a need, North Texas steps up and helps us to be able to fill that need. So know that the North Texas Food Bank will be there to feed as many people as we can, as long as we can, and we can do that because of your support. So stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks again for all you do for our community and for the North Texas Food Bank.
We thank Trisha and her team for continuing to serve the North Texas community during this pandemic.
And thank you, HungerMitao supporters. In 3 short weeks since we started fundraising for people impacted and displaced by COVID, this community has enabled over 1 million meals for North Texas Food Bank.
Yay!
The numbers keep growing. Donations come trickling through. Friends, you know, every drop helps.
I'm reminded of a poem, Boond Boond Banjata Sagar. And people are giving in such heartwarming ways. Ashok and Madhu Patel have offered $20,000 matching challenge. Such compassion and leadership. Regional organizations are joining HungerMitao to come together and give with unity in these trying times. IANT, Gujarati Samaj, DFW Hindu Temple, Dallas Area Telangana Association, TIPS, IT Serve, Dallas Hindoris, the Richwoods community, to name a few. There are so many of these organizations and associations who have committed their support. If you would like your organization to participate in this phenomenal display of unified support, please contact us. ntfb.org/IAC is our only calling card.
And we wish we could put an end date to this campaign. But unfortunately, as we all know, the end to this crisis is nowhere in sight. As businesses shut down and shelter-in-place continues, the lines at the food banks are heartbreaking. I'm sure you have all seen or read about cars miles long lined up at food banks. Even more distressing to me is the fact that almost 70% of people in some locations are first-timers to food assistance.
It is heartbreaking.
And no matter what cause people support, we find that they are coming out to support hunger relief right now, the most basic need that they can assist with. Our food bank model makes it possible and easy to make positive impact even in these times of not being able to gather or volunteer together. So listeners, while we certainly should pause to celebrate our unified impact, we definitely cannot afford to stop now. Please continue to give and promote ntfb.org/IAC for donations to North Texas Food Bank.
You know, the assistance that the federal government has offered will take its own time to get to people. Besides that, it is a one-time only small amount to help people with critical expenses. It will not enable to pay bills or buy food, so the greater community will need to continue to step up to feed its own. As of now, it's my understanding, about 1/3 of renters across US were not able to pay rent this month. And people are asking relief from their banks to defer payments of mortgages. We all know these numbers will only go up. Friends, these are not just tough times, these are hard times. But this is the time that the compassion and strength of a community is most evident. So please, donate to North Texas Food Bank at ntfb.org/IAC.
And Raj, this disaster-like level of need is only one problem. Panic buying by consumers is doing two things. It leaves less for their neighbors. It also leaves grocery stores with practically nothing left over to donate. And that leaves local food banks without its most reliable supply of provisions. So to keep serving the hungry, North Texas Food Bank is having to spend more than they ever did for basic items.
Exactly. They need money to procure them now.
Yeah.
Aradhana, we are in some ways in the most sadly ironic times. In Wisconsin and Ohio, farmers are dumping thousands of gallons of fresh milk into lagoons and manure pits. An Idaho farmer has dug huge ditches to bury 1 million pounds of onions. And in South Florida, a region that supplies much of the eastern half of the United States with produce, tractors are crisscrossing bean and cabbage fields, plowing perfectly ripe vegetables back into the soil.
It is heartbreaking, Raj. The closing of restaurants, hotels, and schools has left some farmers with no buyers for more than half their crops. And while retailers see spikes in food sales to Americans who, like us, who are now eating nearly every meal at home, the increases are not enough to absorb all of the perishable food that was planted to go to schools and businesses. The waste amount is staggering. The nation's largest dairy cooperative estimates that farmers are dumping as much as 3.7 million gallons of milk each day. And the costs of harvesting, processing, and then transporting produce and milk to food banks or other areas of need would put further financial strain on farms that have seen half their paying customers disappear almost overnight.
Right. And rather, the irony is that it's not just the cost. Because of social distancing and shelter in place and people not able to go out there. I mean, even if the farmers wanted to pay, they don't have people to go out and pick produce and fruits, etc., from the vegetable gardens and so on. Folks, the food bank is considered critical infrastructure and will remain open. In order to safely meet the need for food assistance in our region, the food bank has asked for and received support from the National Guard. North Texas Food Bank expects the need for food assistance to grow in the coming weeks and months. Listeners, this is very important. If you or someone you know is in need of food assistance, please call 214-269-0906 or go to ntfb.org. There are people out there who can help. So let's make sure that everybody is aware of this.
And you know, it's interesting that fighting coronavirus is being compared to being at war. You know, that kind of reminds me of one thing. We need to stay really cognizant of the stress this is putting on our children.
Yeah.
Kids tend to internalize what they see their parents go through. So please, help them understand why their lives have totally changed. Talk to them about our medical and pharmaceutical industries working constantly and working hard to invent a cure. Definitely assure them of how much they are loved.
North Texas Food Bank was already providing food to North Texas, more than 800,000 people who are food challenged. Add to that people impacted by the COVID-19 effect, those who have lost their jobs, the hourly workers, restaurant employees, etc. And you can see how this need has not just grown but accelerated. So many people and families are reaching out for food assistance for the first time.
The most critical resource that the food bank needs right now is funds. The increased need for food is putting a lot of stress on the food bank resources. So listeners, if feeding the hungry has ever been a priority for you, please give now. Please visit ntfb.org/IAC to make your contribution. The need is greater than ever before. A donation page has been set up to make the process easy and transparent. And friends, as we come close to the end of our program, we would like to thank you all for your generosity and for caring about others around you. It's really refreshing to see acts of kindness during such stressful times. Please stay safe and stay indoors.
Our mission, friends, is HungerMitao. And HungerMitao is as much about eradicating hunger as it is about unifying the fragmented efforts of our community and focusing it around the humanitarian cause of hunger. Let's come together as the entire Indian American community and show how any place we call home benefits from our presence. We are smart, compassionate change agents who give where we live, so our community benefits from our presence.
So until next week, friends, remember, we may never be able to eradicate hunger, but let us ensure no one goes hungry.
HungerMitao.